All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Kyle Bazzi, president of Benzinga, and we are here with Stockflare, the next interview up for your Benzinga Fintech Awards. Again, we created these awards in this competition to help find companies that are helping you create wealth. So up next, we have CEO Shane Leonard of Stockflare. How's it going today, Shane?
Hi Kyle, how you doing? And a merry holiday season to everybody your side of the pond. It's very much Christmas here in London now.
I can imagine so. Same here in the States in Detroit, where Benzinga HQ is. Let's jump right into this and let's start talking about Stockflare. Give us an overview of the company, and then obviously you're the CEO, and talk about maybe how many employees you guys have.
Perfect. So, in terms of what Stockflare is about, well, Stockflare is a service for anyone. And what we're trying to do is to be the simplest way for anybody to pick stocks. And if you think about it, there are hundreds and hundreds of metrics that people can look at when they look at a stock, and there's 40,000 large stocks globally. So how can you keep track of all of these, and how can you work out whether there are any, say, bad eggs in the portfolio that you currently have? Well, we help you do that, and when we help you find those bad eggs in your portfolio, we then help you find great new ideas to replace them with. So you might say we're actually very like you, Kyle, at Benzinga, in that our main goal is to both help people protect the money that they've made and saved, and also help those people grow those savings. Because really, investing is actually very easy. There's just two things you need to do, protect what you got and grow it, and that's what we're doing. So in terms of the team, we're all here in London, which we jokingly refer to as the global center of finance, and there's just four of us. We're quite a young business. We started coding up Stockflare 6 months ago. We launched the beta site 2 months ago. We had just 2,000 users in that first month, 12,000 users last month. We're going to hit 25,000 users easily this month. So it's we're beginning to get that traction, but it's it's a long road to 1 million users a month, as you well know.
Yes, very, very well so. And there's so many companies in the capital markets arena that it's extremely tough to provide value just by getting in front of people. Let's talk about your guys' business model. How are you planning on monetizing the platform?
So it's really a bit early to be worrying about monetizing a business of 25,000 unique users. For us, the most important thing is if you think about what we're doing, it's about giving people the tools that they need for them to make smart investment decisions. So if you think about what people use today, you've got Yahoo Finance, you've got Google Finance, and then you've got all the noise on TV. So when somebody comes to make decisions, it's not easy. And what we're planning to do is ensure that the hundreds of millions of people across this globe who have very poor access to information have great access to information. And once we provide that to those millions of people, the business model will slot into place. But anyway, if you think about the business model, it's not difficult. It's this is an advertising, a subscription, a offline business. It's an asset management business. There's so many ways to make money by helping these millions of users.
All right, cool. So we got a good overview of what Stockflare is. Let's talk about how you are doing this now. You mentioned Yahoo Finance and Google Finance, and this has been brought up, dozens and hundreds of times about how we need to help people invest better. But what specifically have you guys identified that is innovating the way that we're actually going to do that?
Well, I think it's pretty simple when somebody visits Stockflare. Within seconds, they can see an answer to any company. You can look at any company and visually, instantly know whether you like that stock. So there's the ability to provide for the 85% of the world who do not invest a really easy access point to investing. We're not trying to go after Yahoo Finance or Google Finance's user base. What we want to do is we want to go after the millions of people who are only just starting investing, and we want to capture the lion's share of all of those users. The people who are novices, who are intermediates, the millennials who are coming into this market, who are the 140 character generation. These folks don't have time to read very long form research. They want an answer, and they want it quick, and they want it concise. So what's unique about us is that we take this crazy quantity of information, which we purchase from Thomson Reuters, and we condense it into a beautiful visualization that makes sense to anybody. So that's what's unique about what we're doing.
So when you say it makes sense to anybody, and it's a great concept, and I think that, KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Finding a way to simplify the process for beginners is that barrier to entry to just start investing is, people build up, and it's monumental to the point where they don't even get started. How, when I come here and I can quickly see, you said, if I want to buy a company or not, so is it a visualization play and keeping it simple with the data? What would be shown to me as a beginner investor?
Well, simple example. We give a 5-star rating to every stock in the world. And we allocate 3 stars for the quality of the business. Is it growing fast? Is it profitable? Is it paying dividends? We give another star for, is it cheap? No, is it a good valuation business? And lastly, we look at the sentiment of Wall Street towards the business. Is it positive or not? And actually, when you look at any investment, there are only 3 questions you need to ask. One is, what is it? Do you understand that? 2 is, how does it compare to the others in terms of quality and value? And then lastly is, what do other people think about the business? Once you've answered those 3 questions, you know whether that stock is one for you. And if you don't understand the stock, don't touch it. So we provide that insight in a very, very simple and beautiful way for people. And they can quickly work this out. We're not in the business of telling people to buy penny stocks. In fact, we don't tell people to buy stocks. We help them decide themselves. We give them the tools so quickly and easily that they can make those decisions. And then if you think of their portfolio, they can plug their portfolio into our service, into our watch list, and we go, hey, you got 10 great stocks. But those 5 over there, you want to think about them again. So we can help people avoid those issues as well.
Cool. Very ambitious goal, which I personally love, and definitely excited to see what's next. So, do you have something next? What are you guys building next?
What's next? Well, let's think about this in a different way. So, think of Amazon. Now, so remember, we're just an information business today, but that's the start. Think of Amazon as if it's set up and it was just a book review company, and separately they had a book fulfillment business, but they weren't the same. So you looked at the review in one place and you bought the book somewhere else. Well, welcome to finance. They're totally separate businesses. These 2 sides have no idea what's happening to each other. So that's just totally nuts. The second thing that's nuts is you decide you want to buy this book from Amazon. You go and you say, I'd like to buy Clash of the Financial Pundits by Josh. And you go and you look at that, and they say, oh, fine, yeah, we have it in stock, but I'd like you to send me your social security number, where you live, your passport, and I'd like you to send me $2,000, and then I'll tell you whether I'm willing to give you the book. It's just stupid. That's finance. And we're going to change that once we get to a significantly large number of UUs, of unique users. Our next goal is to transform the way that people trade. Make this instant. You see the button, you see the company, you like the company, you watch the company, you buy the company. It's all in one place. Why bother having to go somewhere else?
Fantastic. All right, let's wrap this all up in 30 seconds. Why does Stockflare deserve to win the Benzinga Fintech Award competition by creating wealth for people? Wrap it all up for us.
Well, I think until Stockflare, novices and millennials found investing very complicated. There was just too much noise, and we've eliminated that. We've made picking stocks easy. And people don't need more data or more charts or more news. What they need is the right data. They need it presented simply. They need it presented intuitively. And that's what we do. So we're going to massively expand this market. You might say actually that we're the anti-Bloomberg, if you think about it, because we're everything that Bloomberg, we stand for everything that Bloomberg doesn't. They're exclusive. They exclude people. We're not excluding anyone. We're helping everybody. We're free. We're easy to use. And we want to help our users make money. We don't want to make money off our users. So that's what you might say is the elevator pitch. Why should you vote for us number one? Well, let's think of fintech at the moment, where all the VC money is going today. There's three areas where the VC money is going. The first one is the robo-advisors. So the wealth front. This money is rushing in here to try and take down Fidelity and the 401k providers. Then the second place you're seeing all the money go is it's going into payments and into Bitcoin companies. And these are the guys who are going to kill off the Visas of this world and the transaction fees the banks make. And then the third area you see where all the money is going is into great businesses, great data visualization and democratization businesses. People like Estimize, people like TipRanks. These guys are using the wisdom of the crowd in really clever ways to undermine Bloomberg, to undermine Reuters. These are three great places for VCs to put their money, but none of these things should be number one. What should be number one is businesses that are focused on the big picture. People who want to help the 85% of the world that is not investing today. People who do not find it easy to invest, who do not find it easy to protect the money they're saving, do not find it easy to grow it. That's what we do, and that's why we're so unique.
You're preaching to the choir, brother. I read a quote this morning that said, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. That is pretty reminiscent here of Stockflare. So Shane, thank you so much for joining, man. I'm glad to learn more about the company. If you do want to vote for Stockflare, go to BenzingaFintechAwards.com. We are looking for the innovative companies, the companies to watch, the products to watch from companies that have been around for a while that are helping you make money. They're pushing to create wealth for you. So Shane, thanks a lot for joining today.
Yeah, many thanks, Kyle. Many thanks to Benzinga, and thank you to everybody for your vote.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Thanks.